And give the call to the honourable member for Brisbane.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. I've spoken here before, Deputy Speaker, about the promising breakthroughs in both treatment and prevention for HIV and my support of World AIDS Day, raising awareness from those suffering from this disease as well as those who have tragically passed away. Today I can advise that an all-important anti-HIV medicine called PrEP is about to be listed on the Pharmaceutical Benefits Scheme, and I congratulate the Health Minister for this important announcement. I'm very pleased that this government is investing further in the community's health by listing PrEP on the PBS from the end of this week. That's the 1st of April 2018. Without the government acting, it would have cost someone about $2,500 per year for this medicine, clearly out of the reach of many Australians. However, the listing means that the government will pay the majority of the costs, so that people will only have to pay about $39 per script, or $19 if they've got a concession card. The PrEP treatment is a once-daily antiretroviral medicine, and it works by reducing the risk of HIV infection. It's not a cure, it's preventative, and people will need a prescription from their doctor. Taken and used in conjunction with other protections, PrEP's proven itself in clinical trials to be highly effective at preventing HIV transmission and without any significant known side effects. Yet listing PrEP on the PBS isn't the final step if we're to achieve the Australian government's goal of ending Australian HIV transmission. It'll be critical that we make sure everyone who needs PrEP's aware of it and its benefits and can access it. We'll need effective on-the-ground coordination and targeted communications to raise awareness of PrEP's potential, especially to the population groups most at risk. We'll also need good information resources to support the clinical workforce following the listing date of 1st of April, and the involvement of all the state and territory health departments. Deputy Speaker, this will save lives. I want to, again, pay tribute to the Queensland AIDS Council and all the local community groups, health groups and practitioners across Brisbane and indeed right across Australia, whose efforts continue to do so much for those who are managing their own chronic conditions on a day-to-day basis. It's important that these community groups are deeply involved and engaged in the communication strategy and efforts to raise community awareness that will need to occur from now. Deputy Speaker, the past few decades have seen significant and important progress in tackling the HIV epidemic by prevention and treatment around the world and here in Australia. We look forward to the day when HIV has been eliminated in Australia. The investment of this government by listing PrEP on the PBS is bringing that day one step closer.
I thank the honourable member for Brisbane for his contribution and give the call to the most honourable